Didn't realize that we were the best dancers on Wake Up Nigeria.
Oh, well, you bet.
That's why they gave us those songs to dance to this morning. But hey, it's all about you, the people, and nothing can destroy iron, but its own rust can.
Exactly.
Likewise, no one can destroy a person, but his own mindset can. So we are all about the right mindset this morning.
Oh yes, well, it's easy to spot a red car when you're looking out for the red car. It's called a red car syndrome. So it's easy to, make yourself actually discourage yourself when you feel that way. So you want to watch out for that. It's how you feel that begets how you actually get.
Yeah, but how we feel doesn't say we can dance.
Yeah, well, I'm done with dancing.
Of course, it is Friday. That's why we're extremely dedicated to ensuring that we help you start the weekend with a bang, with the right foresight to see things a tad differently.
Oh yeah, so get ready for a fully engaging and amazing edition of the show. We believe we'll have you glued to your sets and your seats all through the entire process of the show.
Well said. And we hope to make it a jaw-dropping experience for the next couple of hours. This week has been one like no other in Nigeria.
What a week.
And there's so much to talk about.
Never has there been a time when the public voice in Nigeria was so heard, especially by the youths. Congratulations about the successes that have been achieved so far. And we're going to talk about some of those. Hey, congratulations, Nigeria. But the process is still on. Hey, so
there's quite a lot still to come. The cat is kind of out of the bag.
Already, yeah.
But great things are coming your way shortly. My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And of course, my name is Mazino Appeal. You can stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect. And also send in your comments with the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC on all social media accounts and panels and the platforms. You get the idea.
Exactly. There's another platform we haven't mentioned yet, YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's TVC Entertainment, so that you can see all the reruns and catch up on everything you've missed on past episodes.
Yes. Well, yes. We've got quite a show packed for you guys today, so hey, make sure you stay there because we've only just gotten started. First hour here, Mr. Mike, Mrs. Titi, Titi's over on the other side, and of course, we've got Evan here.
Guys, it just look as if you just started rapping or something.
My album is dropping very soon.
But you like listening to yourself, right? Well, we all do.
No,
it's our job.
I do not.
We all do.
On the contrary.
You've been doing it for what? 16 years now.
16 years. Yeah, you've been.
So
records.
yeah, definitely.
I don't.
Yeah. So
interesting stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting
first
stuff.
off, I want to say how spotty you and Titi are looking today. I mean,
yeah, that's what's up. That's what's
up. What's going on with that? You guys didn't send the memo now. I would have
memo. Sometimes the memo. You get it through signals.
Memo.
It's okay. But listen, yesterday something very, I won't say incredible, but it's something that nobody wants to happen these days, especially in the new age of social media. Twitter went down, and everybody was like complaining. Some people were scared that, have they done what they wanted to do? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it happens. It happens. It does happen. Something quite interesting about Twitter is, Jack was trending.
Yeah.
Jack Dorsey. Yeah. He supports the movement.
EndSARS.
And then he supports it financially.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so the calls were now, so they were now tweeting at him and said, look, hey man, don't get yourself involved in Nigerian politics. And then it was Kate Henshaw who called out, I think it was Ahmed Garba, and said, you are calling him out on his own app.
No, it was actually Adamo.
Okay, yeah. So Kate Henshaw called him and said, you are calling out the owner of the app on his own app. You can just block your account. You are talking too much. But it was just a bant there. But yeah, Jack does his part. He's involved.
I think Titi was telling about how relevant it was. Titi, you were talking to me this morning about how relevant it was, social media and the movement currently.
It has become apparent that, it's something we can't ignore, how important social media, Twitter right now especially, is to so many different causes around the world that have been fought and won. So I think a lot of people who are not on Twitter are probably just learning a lot more about it, understanding how relevant it is, and whether it could maybe one day replace newspapers and
perhaps
things like that later on. You just never know.
All right, just before we go on to TT saying the news, hey, man, you want to stand up? Let us see this, your boots.
Your black on black. What's
It's the
going
boots
on,
for me
girl?
because I've seen the other one. But just raise the boot up. Raise the boot up. Raise the boot up.
What I don't get is
the girl can form.
what is this? What, for AirPods?
No, yeah,
what?
I think so.
It's like you're working with an
Or maybe
ankle
I
bracelet.
should hide money in it or something.
You're on parole.
This is serious though. Are you? Once you just this
Actually,
is complete.
Exactly.
This is a culture, exactly. That's what it is.
Once you just do that, you're complete. But this is what's the inspiration behind this look?
I guess the EndSARS movement.
Okay, wonderful. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Wonderful.
Not
That's
bad.
great. Okay, you're ready. You're ready. So where are we going to this now? Where is
Trekking to Lekki toll gates. I
Yeah,
heard
you're
there's
trekking.
barbecue chicken there.
No, hang on a
Free
second.
ones.
Yesterday evening,
Yeah.
the trek was from another planet because
Yeah.
this time it extended from the first toll gate all the way to the second
And I
toll
heard
gate.
there were reports of people trekking all the way from Lekki to Ajah.
Ajah.
And Ajah to Lekki.
Yes, it was.
It was that bad.
It was that bad.
So you look at it. The silver line is that the workout that you've not had in a very long time.
Right?
That's the silver. Look at it.
Exercising.
Half full.
Yes.
That's how you look at the glass. So you were not
just,
trekking. You
yeah,
were
exercising.
cardiovascular engagements.
Wow.
So while we're done with the cardiovascular, whatchamacallit,
Discussion.
he talked about, let's already get ready for the news, and I believe Titi's got that one ready.
We're staying with our coverage of the hashtag EndSARS protests across the country, seeking an end to police brutality and other misconduct. It is now day 8, and the federal government has directed all the states of the Federation to set up judicial panels of inquiry to investigate cases of human rights violations reported against the police. The panel will have a lifespan of 6 weeks. Its mandate is to evaluate evidence presented, draw conclusions as to the validity of complaints, and recommend compensation and other remedial measures where appropriate. This was one of the decisions reached at the end of this month's meeting of the National Economic Council, chaired by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, and had state governors in attendance. The council specifically resolved that state governors and the FCT minister should take charge of interface with the protesters in their respective domain. The governors will now chair a state-based Special Security and Human Rights Committee that will supervise the newly formed police tactical units and other security agencies. Also, they have been directed to immediately establish a victims fund to enable the payment of monetary compensation to deserving victims. The judicial panel of inquiry each state government is to set up will be chaired by a retired High Court judge, with other members selected from civil society groups, a retired police officer of high repute, and a representative of the youth, students, State Attorney General, and the National Human Rights Commission. Popular musician Folari Falana, also known as Falz, has written to President Muhammadu Buhari demanding immediate reconstitution of the Governing Council of the Human Rights Commission. In the letter obtained by TVC News, the entertainer, who is also a lawyer, said the promise of government to set up another independent committee to investigate cases of human rights abuses by the Nigerian police is unnecessary if the National Human Rights Commission is properly constituted and enabled to function. Falz said the commission, as presently set up, cannot deliver on its mandate because the Governing Council is not in existence. Mr. Falana points out that the National Human Rights Commission has the constitutional responsibility of receiving complaints, investigating same, and making recommendations to the President. He submitted that the absence of an efficient Human Rights Commission makes mockery of the government's claim to be committed to the reform of the police. In a trending video, Falz also spoke on the Police Trust Fund.
Trust fund. 0.5% of the total money in the Federation account is meant to go into that trust fund. 0.05 of the total net profit of all companies operating business in Nigeria. Do you know how much that is? That money is meant to go into the police trust fund. There's a long list of some other things that are meant to go into the police trust fund. Where is the police trust fund? They are not being paid well. Their cars are not roadworthy. The police stations are uncompleted buildings. Police have to convert exhibit for their personal use in the office. It's disgraceful, the state of the police right now.
Away from the protests now, after spending hours trying to resolve the lingering strike action by Academic Staff Union of University, there seems to be no truce reached at the moment. Another meeting has been fixed for next Wednesday for further negotiations with no agreements on IPPIS UTAS. And that's it on the news update for this hour. I'm going to take a quick break and return with sports.
Well, thank you very much, Titi. And I still can't get over that hat. It actually looks very, very nice. Wish you had told me, honestly. All right, now let's do the headlines for the dailies this morning. And if you've just joined or woken up, it's the 16th of October 2020. And we have our very first paper here, which is the Punch newspaper. And the big headline: attacks, protests, ban. Lagos protesters hire bouncers. FCT minister under fire. 2 killed, 4 cops detained as controversy trails Lagos thugs attack. Lawyers Aisha Yusufu, others hit Bello, threaten legal action against ban. Police killings, 36 states, FCT to establish panels, military warns attackers. And you can see the photo story here, one of Femi Kuti, Afrobeat legend, live-in legend, among the EndSARS protesters in Alausa yesterday. Protesters at the access gate to Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, and the Berga Ogudu end of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway in Lagos on Thursday. To the bottom of this, the headline: Buhari, PDP, others condole with Makinde over mom's death. In court dismisses suit seeking 130 million naira compensation for Onoren. Varsity guard killed on Ekiti farm. And September inflation rate hits 13.7%, highest in 30 months. Find that on page 21. 3 arrested for gang raping Ogun 16-year-old filming crime. And hashtag end insecurity now protests rock Kaduna, Gombe, Kano, Bauchi, and others. At the top of the Punch newspaper, FG agrees to pay out to 30 billion naira earned allowance and others. And 26 states struggling to meet COVID-19 test targets as the federal government can fault Sonochia's INEC nomination, says it's executive recklessness. And that's it for the Punch newspaper. We move on now to The Nation this morning for a Friday. Creation of SWAT hasty, governors tell IG Adamu. North's governor opposed scrapping of SARS. Protesters block major highways at Government House. A look at the photo story also here shows EndSARS protesters in Ikeja, Lagos yesterday. At the bottom of this, Omo Agege urges South-South regional economic integration. And at the top of The Nation, end insecurity now protest rocks Kaduna. Find out on page 5. In Niger, it's fix our roads, a different movement there. And federal government offers striking varsity teachers 50 billion naira allowance, take 30 billion naira. And CBN freezes 15 textile smugglers' accounts. Inflation rose to 13.7% in September on page 25. NNPC cuts a loss to 1.7 billion, and INEC plans e-transmission of results in 2023. Moving on with technology there. Now with the Vanguard, or rather the Guardian newspaper for a Friday here, northern governors insist on SARS. Protesters defy threats. Thugs attack activists in Lagos. Army pledges loyalty to Buhari, vows to defend democracy, protect peaceful protests. EU endorses protests, warns against rights violation. NGF rejects SWAT. Defiant activists barricade National Assembly, and boo lawmakers. Protesters hire guards against attackers. Serap sues FG over attacks on protesters. At the bottom of the Guardian newspaper this morning, Nigerian film Eyimofe to screen in Austria, Netherlands, and Spain. And stakeholders insist on profitability as NNPC reduces loss. That's as much as we can take this hour. We still got the second hour, and there we'll be giving you more headlines from the dailies. Do stay with us. It's Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Mazina Apil. We'll be right back.
Hello and good morning. It's time for traffic updates. Of course, it's that time where we update on the traffic situation around the city of Lagos. You can also help other road users by sending situation reports on our social media platforms at TVC Connect. Do not forget to use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria. And of course, I've got the gang in the kitchen, and they'll be updating us as well on Twitter. Hey, guys.
Hey, Janet Jackson.
Mike,
It's super flat
Ogbeni,
today.
Ogbeni.
what's up? All right, let's get to it. If you're in the Ikorodu area of Lagos State this morning and you're making your way out, I've got you. All right. Well, I'll always, as usual, start from the Ikorodu roundabout, which is a very popular place in Ikorodu. And it's expected that this time of the day, it's going to be very busy, which it is. The traffic situation there is pretty light at this time. And just as you approach Agric, I see an impediment at this time. And it's all the way to Ogolonto. And wow, whoa, guys, it's not. Traffic on this route this morning isn't smiling at all, though it eases off just right after Majidu. But as you approach Owode Onimri, the traffic situation gets pretty bad. I mean, it's all the way, guys. It's all the way. And it's all the way to mile 12. And let's also bear in mind that because of the road construction that's ongoing at the moment, you have to take the diversions. The alternative route, if you're making your way to the island, will be Alakbere. You should also try to take that road. That will be a great alternative this morning. And let's see, just from mile 12 to K2, the traffic isn't so bad. It eases off just as you approach K2. And then let's see what the traffic situation on Lagos Ikorodu Road is like this morning. So far, so good. No traffic at Maryland. Ilupeju, I don't see any traffic at all. It's free flowing. Just a slight impediment on the service lane. Nothing serious at this time. I don't know if you guys have any updates on Twitter.
So we're a bit distracted here,
Yeah, I
Mike.
just saw something in my pocket. Have you ever put your hand inside your pocket and you saw something you didn't expect? Not money, oh. Money can always be good,
All
yeah?
right.
Wow.
We've got a couple of references here, but actually there's not much traffic out today, it would seem, because people are choosing to stay at
Not
home.
yet, yeah?
Well, maybe not yet, but even yesterday as I was going back home, there seems to be not much traffic in certain places, so it wasn't that bad. So the only hotspot is just the Apapa Road coming out of Ajegule into the Lagos terminal. And on CMS route on the marina, just a very small hotspot there. But apart from that, it seems all free. That's what I got.
And thank you very much, Mazino. I also see that the Eco Bridge Akpobo bridge this morning there's no traffic at all at this time. So
free.
if you're making your way to the island, this would be a great time, and that would be a better alternative as you make your way to the island this morning. And that's it on traffic updates. Guys, what are we talking about?
Very interesting topic here today that we're going to be talking about, and I'm going to try and make it quick because I want to lead with a story. Something to parallel the times that we find ourselves currently with the movement on EndSARS and end police brutality and all of that. The parallel I'm drawing is from 1929, the Aba Women's Riot, which unfortunately should never have been called the Aba Women's Riot, should have been called the Aba Women's Protest. It was termed a riot because certain things happened and about 54 women lost their lives. I'm drawing this parallel because of what exactly happened, because the women had been protesting about tax. They didn't want to get taxed by the British, and the British were taxing because the economy was down. They needed more money. With the men at war, the only resort they had was to tax the women. The women banded together and protested. However, one of the authorities ran through their protest with a car, killing one of them, which kind of aggravated them. And upon further protest, the strength of the women was so much that as they gathered at the authorities' office, they broke a fence which fell in. And because of that confusion, a lieutenant asked a simple question: should I fire? And he was given the authority to fire. Upon doing that, 54 women lost their lives.
Wow.
What I'm trying to say is, it is your civic right to protest. We must, however, make sure that it is a peaceful one, no matter the aggravations that might come. Like from yesterday when we saw what happened at Alausa. I'm happy that even if these thugs were apprehended, that no lives were lost. Femi Kuti also joined the protest, and that was a beautiful thing to see.
Yes,
Yeah.
and kudos. I mean, if I start talking about this, God knows I'm going to cry. I'm going to get really emotional because it's so commendable what the youths are coming together to do. We are becoming a formidable force, and it is just too amazing to see.
Beautiful.
Even to the point where people, you know, so far 62 million naira,
Has been put
62 million
together.
naira, yeah, has been put together. Because of the chaos in Alausa yesterday, private security firms were hired, and they were sent to different areas of the protest yesterday. I mean,
It was good. So I saw this
Mm-hmm.
video yesterday, and I really want to commend Governor Sanwo-Olu very much, you know, because when you look at other governors and all of that, what they've done, I remember what happened with Port Harcourt and Governor Wike. He banned the protest, but then they came out, and then he became a part. Because actually, before now, Governor Wike is one governor who has really spoken against SARS.
Yes, true.
You know, the effect of SARS. But Governor Sanwo-Olu is on hand. You understand? He's been on hand. He condemned what happened, you know, yesterday, and then investigation has started.
Yeah.
And then he's on hand to give updates. He was in the protest, and then he went to see the president.
Yeah.
And then was back again.
I think we
someone
even.
also went to see the president as
Yeah,
well.
no, he's what I'm talking about. Yeah, he's
Oh,
what I'm
okay.
talking about.
I
Yeah.
think there's a video of
There's
him
a video,
actually
okay,
telling about
let's-
the fact that the police officers who shot at the end,
Shot at, yeah, were arrested.
have been arrested and are going to undergo orderly process. Let's take a look at that video and see
If we
how
have
that
it.
went down yesterday evening.
Okay, maybe while we're still
Yeah.
Oh,
so
waiting to
wow,
shut down.
waiting
I
for
was actually going to mention something else that was circulating yesterday, still on the movement. Who are we doing this for? And I saw this post tagged "Remember their names," and you know there has so many names on this list, and I know it probably doesn't even cover the number of people who have lost their lives. And names like Jimo, Isiak, Ayomide, Taiwo, Peter, Oforum, there's a long list all the way
We have
down
the
to
video now.
Joy Ndubueze. And it is important that we make sure that people stay on course.
Now, this is the video I was talking about from earlier, from yesterday evening, with the governor, where he told about the police that were culprits to that crime that was committed, how they're undergoing processes. But let's just take a listen.
Coming from Bega, is Olakide Iowa. I'm the bus captain that drives the bus 171. Speak up. So when I was coming from Bega, going to Oshodi, on getting to Alausa under the bridge, there was a protest going on there, so we have to stop. So after like 2 to 3 minutes, we saw
To actually play that in all of its
of
length.
course.
The guy was describing exactly what happened with the thugs from
thugs,
yesterday.
yeah.
And then the later part of that video actually shows the governor telling about what will be done regarding the other situation from Surulere previously. But
And
it's a good thing to see.
Yeah, I also need to quickly mention that the EndSARS protest has even gone beyond just, you know, advocating against police brutality. I mean, it has also become an acronym which also is addressing other issues like education and economic reform. We have national policies. They are asking for the national constitution reform. They're asking for debt accountability. They're asking for security reforms as well. They're asking for restructuring and safe costing governance. So, I mean, it's like I said, it goes beyond just, oh yeah, police brutality, it has to end. We're also demanding good governance.
And
You
then,
know, in all of this.
yeah, and then something I want to, social media, I know that we talk a lot about how you should, you know, be a part of us with social media. And a number of people have reached out to me. Yes, we deleted a few comments. You should try to be civil when you want to engage. We need to learn how to do that. But a number of people yesterday, there's this guy who was quite civil about it. He said, oh, you guys know, yesterday we had about 3 segments. I remember tech. I remember
Etiquette.
Yeah.
I remember having the gist where we spoke about, and that's an average of, say, 8 minutes. That's an
Yeah.
average of almost 30 minutes where we spoke about it. Maybe you didn't watch at that part. It's an entertainment show. Of course, we had other things to cover. But yes, it's important to us.
Very
We think
important.
and we see your comments. we can read it out. You know, we see your comments.
I
It's
think you can
important.
even, they
Keep
can
on-
even catch the reruns, or rather the YouTube
The
videos.
YouTube, yeah.
You'd see that
so
this was
etiquette
discussed.
is there. So interact with us. We don't cause
But you know,
our
Mike,
pay.
the funny
We're
thing,
helping
yeah?
you. When we delete your comment, you're cursing out,
You know
so
what
that
I
Jack
think?
will not ban you.
This is going to change a lot, even our culture. Let me give you an example. I'm going to move here. I'm so sorry.
What?
This is an example of how our culture is changing.
Wow.
As in, all of... Don't enter Okada with this, so by the way.
Really?
MM's look today is so indicative of the times, the blacked out suit, the jeans, the combat boots.
I just want to let you all know
Stand
that.
up, stand up.
Yeah, you have to stand up.
Stand up
You have to
here.
stand up.
Stand up here.
You want
Stand here.
Stand up. No, just stand up and face.
What is it?
Yeah, they'll
Show
simulate.
them here.
Yeah.
So, wow.
Look at that.
So,
I mean,
Yeah, I just want, basically.
Mazino, you got away with that because we're live on air.
Exact time.
But the truth is, there are a lot of young people who were, they wanted to say something, but they didn't feel that they would have the support of their peers. And finally, they've noted that it's possible. Anything is possible if we all come together to get it done. Honestly, I didn't think I would ever see something like this in
such a
my
time.
time.
We live in such a time.
And the unity, people coming out supporting.
It's the jello, the music
my
is a
world.
festival now.
So everyone just needs to take
It's so good to see. Like, I'm loving the food.
Today you use firewood to cook that rice.
We don't care. There was cake. There was also cake at Lekki Tollgate yesterday.
Mike, where?
That thing is
promise
too.
you.
That lucky those with they are catching
I'm
thieves.
telling you, there was barbecue, like chicken barbecue.
Hey.
There were waffles
I saw
and
snooker
pancakes.
table.
I have a
Sugar
question
table.
for Mike. Where will you be watching the games this weekend?
Okay, so yes, that's something I just also wanted. I spoke about it this morning. You see, so a number of people have expressed reservations about showing games during and on Sunday there's a plan to stream
church
Sam
service.
Adeyemi's
Yeah.
service.
Yeah.
I really don't think there's a problem because people are sitting in per
And
se or
sleeping
staying in,
as
and
well.
they're staying for hours. I mean,
end.
days
Yes,
on
yes,
end.
yeah.
They will not always sing and chant protest songs all through.
Yeah.
They need something. So so the
It's engagement.
Yeah, the fear has been that okay, different fans of different clubs. No, in that scenario, we've been to viewing centers and we're seeing 20 different clubs and different fans. I feel that it's going to be. It's going to be coordinated. So please, while you go there,
And
some-
it's also an opportunity to shoot your shot. Pew, pew, pew.
Hey,
And then you have to go there. Before you, if you are a young person considering going for the protest, just a little piece of advice. Now, it is still your peers and there is still peer pressure. Please, let's avoid the alcohol. Let's avoid anything that could trigger any form of violence or anything like that. There is a cause. We need to stay on course and not be found wanted.
One Skittle for you. Take it.
Oh, thank you. At this point, we're going to be taking a quick break, but there's still so much more on Wake Up Nigeria.
Just a second.
What? Just 1 second? You think we're going to...
We're going to make this weekend as exciting as possible for you guys. Starting with just the right dosage of quality entertainment here on television, that experience you want. And hey, Fridays,
What?
it's kind of like very different here because...
Let me just help you. The second hour is buzzing with the right mix of everything. We add a nice touch to help you flavor up your weekend.
Nice.
And talking about flavors, what flavor makes you jumpy? Are you a chocolate flavored person like myself? Or is it just a little bit of everything? Maybe you have to have all the flavors in one cup.
When you've got all the flavors in one cup, life is beautiful. And I'm sure you've seen me with this all through the show. It'll come to very soon. You just wait right there. Well, let's make it a fun-filled, colorful weekend lined with the right kind of activities for you.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Now, let's not keep you waiting any further. My name is Titilayo Oniso.
And of course, my name is Mazino Appeal. We are streaming live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect.
You can always send in your comments on social media with the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
And download our app from any Android or iOS store. Watch us on all your mobile devices, on the move, and anywhere you might be in the world.
Yeah, you can also watch all our exciting episodes from our YouTube channel. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell on YouTube. That's TVC Entertainment.
Yes, so today we have a chef in the house. Let's take a look inside the kitchen. Hey, what's going on in there?
Tima is here. And we know that whenever she's here, you should expect something interesting, as always.
Let me set the ball rolling on that. Chef, now I want you to just follow my lead. On the side of 41 Road, what a venue festival town. Inside joke. She knows what I mean.
That was a good memory.
Chef!
Thank you. All right,
Okay.
so I think for once we should have Mazino take the kitchen segment or something.
No. There will be too much familiarity.
Wow.
Let's not do that.
Okay.
Now that the international break is over, however, the weekend is going to be brimming with excitement, and we have previews of all the upcoming games on the big game with Mike and Miem. Interesting stuff. Titi, you forgot to say that he's also into music. That was him, actually.
Yes.
Yeah,
I know that
It sounds
firsthand,
really
believe it or
good.
not. He was one of the contestants at West African Idol 2007.
Really?
I was one of those contestants as well.
Wait,
And,
Titi, is there
and
anything you did
that you
not
are not
contest
done.
in?
The day, let me just say that the day that he was evicted was the same day I was evicted. And it wasn't working for them.
Oh.
For those that are old enough, they'll know what I mean by working.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay, so hey guys, second hour here. Very interesting thing. I don't know if it's going to air this weekend, but there's an episode of Battle of the Sexes that's about to air, and they had a very interesting topic.
Yeah, it aired yesterday, and it's going to
Yesterday.
air again this weekend.
I saw it on YouTube. Now, this device has ended many marriages or relationships.
Fact.
And I'm asking, same as they asked in the show, would you let your partner, your husband, your many girlfriends have access to your mobile device? Titi, you too. Does your husband, does Oscar have access to your phone?
Yes, he does. He has access to my phone. He knows my PIN code, knows my pattern. Even if I wanted to change it, I feel it's just going to be a bit too stressful to change it now. I'm just too familiar with all my stuff, so
Look,
I'm not bothered really. Really, I'm not.
Mike is bothered. Mike,
Titi,
go on, tell
okay, but we'll see. Find what works for you. Yeah, I am of the opinion that look, your phone is your phone. My phone is my phone. I'm okay with not knowing anything that's happening in your phone.
Boom.
You should be okay with not knowing anything that is happening in my phone. And it's not like there's nothing. All I have is the word of God and inspiration. And I'm serious. You gone through my phone before?
Oh,
All you
Jesus.
see is inspiring stuff.
Are you
There's
serious?
there's
You wanna play-
mood
you wanna
on
play
my
a quick
phone.
game?
Look, you see, I told somebody.
Open the third message on your WhatsApp and give it to MM to read. I'll do the same.
What? Oh yeah, let's
I'll do the same. Third
One,
message on your WhatsApp.
two,
Wait till
three.
wait now. Third message
Third message.
on your WhatsApp.
Mike,
Okay.
don't delete
I won't
anything.
delete.
Do
Third
Third
not
message.
message.
Yeah, third
anything.
message.
Oh
What's
yeah.
there?
What are you
Third
reading?
message.
Third message.
Read it. Third message.
Don't go too up.
Uh-uh.
Wait. Now.
Just read the third message.
Are you sure this is the third message?
Listen, look at
It's
it
the
now.
third message.
It doesn't mean you can't delete it.
Calm down.
You all-
Look at
you
it. Look
all
at
are-
it. 1, 2,
Give me
3.
the
Wait
phone.
now. Hold on. This is third message.
Give me.
Why are you laughing now?
Give me the phone.
I'm giving you. If you read another message, this your black will change to white. Third message. Third message. Read it.
Rhapsody of what? Let's see the promo for Battle of the Sexes, guys.
No. Try me, play. My phone is inspiring.
You need to say it with conviction. If we're going to have this changed, I need conviction.
No, honestly, I couldn't tell you.
Would you share your phone?
I think I'm one of the
password?
quickest in the team.
You would?
Yeah, I definitely think I'm
Wow.
faster than Ingsy.
Congrats.
I'm a fullback that's
If I
always
don't hide
getting
my
up and down the pitch.
nakedness, why
So yeah, I
should
think
I hide
definitely
my
my pace higher,
passport?
and my dribbling.
Obviously, Joelle has your current item. Let me
Public
get
service
off your
announcement.
very
Voice, yeah, we
first
get it.
item.
All right.
All
So that's
right.
it. That's it. And
You guys can catch it on YouTube, by the way.
yeah. So you've seen
on
that. My phone is good. MM
Yeah.
saw it. I mean, want to tell you saw them what you
I
saw
was
now.
on that episode, by the way.
Yes, of course you were.
Nice. Yes, yeah, that's true. You were on it.
I like
You were
people
on
looking
it.
at your phone.
Yeah, I'm still deleting some
I
messages.
don't have a problem, really. If you
You don't
want to
have a
go through
problem.
my phone,
But
go
really,
ahead.
fact is that when you finally see there's nothing, I wouldn't want it. But if you do, man, my phone is inspirational.
What about Titi? Titi, what about you? I mean, you didn't say much about this.
She did. What you said?
I did. Well,
Oh, she did
So
already.
I didn't say I would like the idea of being, what's the word, snooped upon or anything like that. I didn't say I'd like that. But the thing is, I have those PIN codes out there because, hey, he might need to use the phone for an emergency while he's, you know, if I'm not there, or I might need him to help me check something in my phone. I might not be able to touch the phone. Or what if I'm in the shower and someone
Getting an
calls
entry
or
from
sends a message,
upstairs.
I want him
And
to reply for me. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Titi, I just got an
not bothered.
Focus on
I just got an entry
not
from
bothered.
upstairs. Don't put yama yama in your phone. No yama yama. Let's do the news, Titi. If you're ready, you can take it away for us.
We are staying with our coverage of the EndSARS protests across the country seeking an end to police brutality and other misconduct. It's now day 8 and the federal government has directed all the states of the federation to set up judicial panels of inquiry to investigate cases of human rights violations reported against the police. The panel will have a lifespan of 6 weeks. Its mandate is to evaluate evidence presented, draw conclusions as to the validity and complaints and recommended compensation and other remedial measures where appropriate. This was one of the decisions reached at the end of this month's meeting of the National Economic Council, chaired by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, and had state governors in attendance. The council specifically resolved that state governors and the FCT minister should take charge of interface with protesters in their respective domain. The governors will now chair a state-based Special Security and Human Rights Committee that will supervise the newly formed police tactical units and other security agencies. Also, they've been directed to immediately establish a victims fund to, enable the payment of monetary compensation to deserving victims. The judicial panel of inquiry each state government is to set up will be chaired by a retired High Court judge, with other members selected from civil society groups, a retired police officer of high repute, and a representative of the youths, students, State Attorney General, and the National Human Rights Commission. And the Nigerian Governors Forum has weighed in on the ongoing #EndSARS protests that has engulfed parts of the country. The forum has urged the Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Adamu, to consult more before going ahead with his plans to form another anti-robbery unit, which he named Special Weapons and Tactics Team, as a replacement for the Federal Special Anti-Robbery Squad. The governors argued that the timing of the decision to form SWAT was currently not auspicious because of the mood of Nigerians. They noted that the public may misinterpret the idea as an attempt to dress the scrapped Federal Special Anti-Robbery Squad in fresh robes. The ad hoc committee set up by the House of Representatives on the ongoing nationwide protests against the now disbanded Special Anti-Robbery Squad of the Nigerian Police Force has summoned the Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Adamu. The IGP is to appear before the special panel next Thursday. The committee says it will also conduct town hall meetings across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country to hear from Nigerians on the controversy trailing the conduct of the now rested squad. It is seeking the cooperation of all and appeals to the protesting youth to keep calm as they register their displeasure against police brutality in the country. The panel is made up of the House Committees on Justice, Human Rights and Police Affairs. Lagos State Government has set up a 7-man panel of inquiry for the victims of police brutality and human rights violations. The governor said this during a press briefing addressing the EndSARS 5 points demands at Marion State House. Aderoja Salam Adeniji had a report on that. Away from the protests now, after spending hours trying to resolve the lingering strike action by Academic Union of Universities, there seems to be no truce reached at the moment. The Academic Staff Union of Universities refused to endorse the resolutions put up by the government team at the end of the 8-hour-long meeting between both parties on Thursday. ASU leadership insists it will take the resolutions to its members and get their approval to either append its signature or decline. The meeting is to reconvene next Wednesday when ASU would have gotten the direction of its members. Among issues discussed at the resumed negotiation table are the IPPIS, UTAS, visitation panels to universities, payment of earned academic allowance, funding for revitalization of public universities, and salary shortfalls. And that's it on the news update at this point. Let's take a quick break and be back with sports.
And you're welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria, and this hour, of course, this hour, we get to do the headlines from the dailies this morning. And we are going to start from the Punch newspaper this morning. It's Friday, October 16th, 2020. First big headline here: attacks, protests ban. Lagos protesters hire bouncers, FCT minister under fire. 2 killed, 4 cops detained as controversy trails Lagos thugs attack. Lawyers Aisha Yusufu, others hit Bello, threaten legal action against ban. Police killing 36 states, FCT to establish panels. Military warns attack. A look at a photo story here of Afrobeat music legend Femi Kuti among the EndSARS protesters yesterday in Alaosa, Ikeja. And of course, protesters at the Access Gate Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, and the Berga Ojodu end of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway with the gridlock from only just yesterday. Under that, Buhari, PDP, others condole with Makinde over mom's death, and court dismisses suit seeking 130 million naira compensation for Onogan, Vasti guard killed on Ekiti farm. September inflation rate hits 13.7%, highest in 30 months. At the very top of the Punch newspaper for a Friday, FG agrees to pay ASU 30 billion naira earned allowance and others. Find that on page 8 if you're interested. And 26 states struggling to meet COVID-19 test targets, says the federal government. Can faults Nochia's INEC nomination, says it's executive recklessness. We move on now to the Nation newspaper this morning. Big headline: creation of SWAT hasty. Governors tell IG Adamu. Not governors oppose scrapping of SARS. Protesters block major highways in Government House. A look at the photo story here again as of the EndSARS protest in Ikeja yesterday. At the bottom of the Nation newspaper, Omo Agege urges South-South regional economic integration. And at the very top, end insecurity now, protest rocks Kaduna. In Niger, it's fix our roads. Find that on page 5. Federal government offers striking Vasti teachers 50 billion naira. Allowances take 30 billion naira. And CBN freezes 15 textile smugglers account. Inflation rose to 13.7% in September. The Daily Trust for this morning here, big headline: National Economic Council probes police brutality. Governors worried over FSARS ban. Army warns troublemakers. Police decry use of force. Hashtag EndSARS protesters defy ban in FCT. And northern youths attacked in Kano. Throng streets in Kaduna. And of course, you can see the photo story with the youths on there. At the bottom of the Daily Trust, Daily Trust this morning, FG agrees to pay 30 billion naira earned allowance to ASU, and 128 not enough for me. Nasara LG chair. Court reinstates ex-NIADG Dauda. At the very top, all federal workers to resume on Monday. That was a big one that hit from yesterday, and social media carried that plenty. We do the Vanguard now. FCT invokes COVID-19 rules, bans EndSARS protests. Heavy shooting as thugs attack Lagos, EndSARS protests. Highway blocked in Benin, government vehicles hijacked in Oyo, hoodlums disperse protesters in Osun, Taraba. Youth demand police reform. It goes on, these riders, especially this one. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey backs Nigeria's EndSARS protests, mobilizes donations, he does. A look at the photo story is a coalition of Northern Youth Group protest against insecurity, banditry, rape, kidnapping in Kaduna yesterday. The bottom of that, you see northern governments or governors want SARS, Alalong says, and says some protesters in states hired from outside threatens to arrest monarchs that shield criminals. At the very top of the Vanguard, EndSARS take charge of police tactical units. NEC tells governors, you must fish out policemen who killed protesters, governors to IGP. NNPC releases 2019 audit financial statement, reduces loss by 99.7%, and JP Clark's premonition of his own death, wishes to be buried 3 days after death. We move on now to our last paper for this morning, the Daily Independence. Military warns as EndSARS protesters vow to continue. FCTA bans street protests, cites COVID-19 protocols. Northern governors reject dissolution of SARS. CUPP rejects ban on protests, use of thugs on protesters. Sarap sues Buhari, IGP, over harassment of protesters. We'll take a look at some of the stories here, the photo stories from under that headline. We find Milan Dixon, interim administrator, presidential amnesty program, and Goodluck Jonathan, former president, during the amnesty boss consultative visit to the former president in Abuja, and some of the EndSARS protests in Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. To the bottom of that, Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, governor of Kwara State, marching with protesters in Ilorin, Kwara State from yesterday. At the top of the Daily Independence, INEC seeks replacement of manual with electronic voting, and Nigeria not working as it should, reps and leadership. NNPC cuts loss by 99.7% as admin costs reduced by 22%. Well, indeed, that's all of the papers, the headlines that we have for this morning.
If she can work out, I don't know what is stopping you. So please, if you've not been working out, Wake Up Nigeria is here to serve all of that to you every single day. Yes, welcome to the kitchen, guys. This is Chef Shebio Timo. And this morning, she's making plantains and vegetable sauce. Yes?
Yes, please.
Great. Now, let's talk about the ingredients we're working with quickly.
Grated pepper, red oil, our momo, stockfish, vegetable.
What kind of vegetable is this? Is it ugu, tete,
Ugu,
efo?
ugu and shoko.
Shoko, okay.
Then water leaf.
Okay.
And these are our fish. These are our crayfish, our locust beans, onions, crayfish, periwinkle, and
then
our
unripe plantain. Great. We are taking healthy breakfast this morning, and right now our plantain is cooking already. Right. So, what's the process for this recipe this morning?
There's nothing special. It's just that we are in season of plantain now, so we should make use of it by eating it in any form you feel you can eat it.
As plantain porridge, you can eat it with
stew, you can fry it,
okay.
You can make it with beans. Just do what is convenient for you.
All right.
This season is a plantain season, so
yes.
You should be able to eat more.
So we should take opportunity, right?
It.
You should take the chance and just, eat as much plantain as you can eat.
Yes.
And it's pretty, there was a time it used to be very expensive,
yes,
shortly before this season.
Exactly.
It was very expensive. But now I think since it's in season, it's everywhere.
It's fair,
blooming,
it's fair.
so.
But not everything now is fair. But, we are still in season, but it's still better than we not having it at all.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, if you're just joining us this morning, this is Chef Shebio Timo, and this morning she's making plantains and vegetable sauce. And our plantain, of course, we're working with unripe plantain, which is very healthy for those of you who's on a weight loss journey.
Yes.
But I hear that you need to be very careful because it actually packs a lot of calories. Yes, but anyways, our plantain is cooking, and when we come back, we will show you the process of the vegetable sauce. This is Wake Up Nigeria, guys. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. Now, our first musical performance of the day is from Nigerian pop Afro singer, performer, composer, Ayobishi. Now, he's signed to Prince OJ Music worldwide and has so far released 2 hit singles. Today, he's going to be performing his song, Kwecha. Did I get that right? Did I get the pronunciation right? Tell me.
Yeah, you got it right. You got it right.
Kwecha. All right, so you have to tell us what that means. What is it?
Actually, it's a Swahili word. It means to leave from your present state and move into another situation or another.
Wow, that's a deep word. Just one word means all that, and you decided to use that as the title of your song. Tell us a bit about the song.
Okay, the Kwecha song is an amapiano sound, so that's why I decided to give it that Swahili title, because in a way the song talks about moving from your present state and moving into another level. So
all right.
probably, yeah.
I have to ask though, do you have any links to the Swahili people, or are you just in love with their music?
Okay, I just love, maybe I'm just a lover of African culture. It doesn't matter which country, but as long as it's African, it's a go yes for me.
All right. Fantastic. Now, we've been looking forward to this performance. We were so hyped when we saw you come into the studio. You're ready to throw down, I believe. It's time for the performance. Go ahead.
JP's a production. Prince OJ Music World.
Vibes on this. Wearing the crown of royal. And the money come better. But I know I'm shy. Personal money, got no time. Personal time, got no money. Put you on the line, take you on a day. Put you on the line, put you on the line. Don't got this if you decide about the money. Don't catch feelings, we're ready to catch the shit. Patiently wait, I'm loyal. Majesty vibes on this. Wearing the crown of royal. No darling for Prince OJ, no darling for Prince OJ, no darling for Prince OJ,
Prince OJ Music World.
Amazing stuff. Ayobishi there.
Thank you very much.
With the Kwecha song. Now, you have to tell us about that video. Where was it shot and how long did it take you?
Okay, the particular video was shot by Unlimited LA, and it was shot here in Lagos, somewhere in Surulere or so, yeah.
All right, so like how many days did it take for you to put it together? It doesn't look like you rushed through it. It looked like you guys took your time.
Yeah, about just a day, actually, during the lockdown.
One day?
Yeah.
Really? Wow, wow. I think you really achieved something amazing there. I really like it. And that vibe, I have to say, I have a feeling we're going to be dancing to that one for a very,
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for joining us. And was vibing there,
yes,
you know.
Yes,
she was,
yes, Titi. I mean, that is such a feel-good music. Thank you so much, Ayobishi, for, setting the tone. I really enjoyed the song, every bit of it. And just as we keep giving you feel-good music here on Wake Up Nigeria, we also give you good food. Yes, I know. And this morning, Chef Shibio Timo is here, and she's making plantain and vegetable sauce. This is your regular homemade meal. Very easy. And it doesn't cost much. At all, right? And then you're also eating healthy. Now let's talk about the ingredients we're working with.
Yes, the red oil,
yeah,
the onions. So I'm trying to make it a little bit hot. Then
Yeah.
I'll put my pepper.
Pepper. Okay, so the ingredients you're working with atarodo,
Yeah.
blended atarodo. And then we have, talk about the ingredients, please.
Tomatoes,
Yeah.
bell pepper, crayfish.
Yeah.
All these are to make it tasty.
And then we also have iru,
Yes.
and we have, excuse me, periwinkle. Here we have chopped pomo, stockfish. We have 3 different kinds of vegetables here. We have ugu,
We have ugu,
water leaf,
and
then efo.
shoko.
Shoko. Okay, great. And of course we have our fish here. What are we going to do with the fish though?
The fish is going to spice it up.
This is what Mike calls scubia, but it's actually Titus fish.
It is.
Okay.
That's my pepper. I've ordered my pepper.
Okay.
I'm trying to put my spice.
Okay.
This is
So we're adding our crayfish now.
crayfish.
It's a very simple and easy recipe.
Very simple.
Doesn't take time at
Doesn't take
all.
time.
Nice. So when that is ready, at what point do we put in our fish though?
We are putting it after the pepper is boiled.
Okay. Are we breaking the fish or we're just going to leave it whole?
We are not breaking it.
Okay, we're just going to
Yes.
leave it that way.
We're
All
doing
right,
that.
great. And remember, I said earlier on that we're working with healthy ingredients here. For example, our iru has some really amazing health benefits. They're good for the skin if you have a respiratory infection, and they are also good antioxidants, you know, and they also help to boost your immune system. So go get
I'm
an
yet to
iru
put salt
today.
because I'm putting all the ingredients so it will not be too salty.
Okay.
Yes.
So I see that you're not working with seasoning cubes here because the
I am not
iru
working-
already has a lot of flavor,
Exactly.
right?
Yes,
Great.
I am not working with MSG. I'm working with spice.
Yes. Natural
spice.
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
Which is very good for us.
Yes, it's really, really, really,
Because
really
my
good.
brand is always preaching natural food and drinks. So that is why I am comfortable working with it like that.
Great. Great stuff, guys, happening here on the show. If you're just joining us this morning with me, is Chef Shibio Timo, and she's making plantain, plantain and vegetable sauce. And I see that you just put in our crayfish.
Yes. I use this because, you know, the other crayfish is now so expensive because there's no
really?
way. Yes.
Wow.
And
Okay.
sometimes people get react to it because of the odor. So I now choose to use this dry
one. Oh,
This dry one
okay.
can stay as long as.
Yeah, and then it actually has its own kind of flavor that it actually gives to what you're cooking.
Yes.
It
very-
has this, you know, very distinct flavor. I particularly
Very-
love it.
yeah.
Yeah. So what I do is I just break it. I don't even blend it. I just break it and just put it in my soup.
Yes, me, I blend only the head. I'll
And you
remove it.
remove the head, yes.
Yes, and I'll blend it. Even though, if it is the fresh one that I'm using, I blend it.
Okay, so in
After
goes our
boil-
periwinkle.
Yeah, this is our periwinkle. This is called elenumeji.
Elenumeji.
7 lives of vegetables. 7 lives.
7 lives of, oh, wow, okay.
Of the ingredients we are going to put, you know.
Wow, this is a very rich vegetable sauce, I must say. I mean, look at all of these ingredients going into this meal.
Yes.
Wow. Ooh. Wow. Ooh. Ingos akomo. Nice.
It's not expensive, but you are eating healthy.
Yes.
Even
it's
when you are going on your weight loss,
you can also try this.
take this very early in the morning, and you're fine.
Yeah, but if you're on a weight loss journey, you really need to cut down on the amount of plantain you eat
Yes, it's
because
just
it actually
going to
packs
be
a lot of
measured.
calories. Yeah, it has to be like very
Yes.
proportionate.
Yes, you
Yeah.
have to portion it.
Yeah.
You are not going to eat, but if you are not dieting, forget
Eat
it.
they
oh.
go.
Just eat anyhow. Enjoy as the Jai Ori,
It's a problem, no, they finish.
Yes, sir.
All right,
These
so we
are
are putting our
stockfish.
stockfish. That's a lot of stockfish, though.
Oh, sure.
Like, what?
Uh-oh.
What? Look at that. I said that you also have dry fish in there.
Yeah, there is.
Man,
This is
if
meat
you are
vegetable.
watching this, I envy you because this is about to go down in just a minute. I mean, wow, I can't wait, I can't wait. We gotta go now, we gotta go. And there's still so much more, guys, on the show. Please don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
Hey, well, when it comes to the right kind of energy on a Friday, you bet you know where to get it. It's right here with us in Wake Up Nigeria. And of course, you can expect what's going to come in for after, because today is
game day.
Absolutely.
I know my cues. No one, and I repeat, no one can beat what we do right here on Wake Up Nigeria. It's the last lap, the last 45 minutes for the week. As in breathe, people, breathe. It's the final round. We hope you've been having a blast like we have, hopefully.
Well, talking about a blast and fun things, we still have quite a lot to come here on the show for a Friday edition. And you saw what we had with us earlier. Well, the Skittles, it's a part of our game for today. So just stay tuned. That's coming your way.
So just a mere thought got me extremely restless,
What?
kind of like fired up, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm gearing up for all the things we have left, not just the games, but that food.
I can smell it already. It's in the air.
Goodness me.
Anyhow, okay, so
yes,
let's
baby.
get the final 45 minutes of the.
Did you see it?
I didn't
Did you
see it.
see it?
Can we see that again? Can we take a look at that?
That's it. That's the food right there. It's getting ready.
Mike is somewhere in the background barking.
We expect it.
My name is Mazina Appeal. Of course, you know that already.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. Remember, you can stream the show online at tvcentertainment.tv and, of course, on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Also, you want to join us on our social media pages and send in your comments with the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We would love to hear from you, so please do.
Please do. And to watch all our exciting episodes from YouTube, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's TVC Entertainment.
Oh, yes. And, by the way, we're not done yet with the performances. For another upbeat electrical dance musical performance, we have KMK with the song Perfection MSD. So you guys just hang in there. It's gonna be
We're staying with our coverage of the hashtag EndSARS protests across the country, seeking an end to police brutality and other misconduct. It's now day 8, and the federal government has directed all the states of the federation to set up judicial panels of inquiry to investigate cases of human rights violations reported against the police. The panel will have a lifespan of 6 weeks. Its mandate is to evaluate evidence presented, draw conclusions as to the validity of complaints, and recommend compensation and other remedial measures where appropriate. This was one of the decisions reached at the end of this month's meeting of the National Economic Council, chaired by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, and had state governors in attendance. The council specifically resolved that state governors and the FCT minister should take charge of interface with their protesters in their respective domain. The governors will now chair a state-based Special Security and Human Rights Committee that will supervise the newly formed police tactical units and other security agencies. Also, they have been directed to immediately establish a victims fund to enable the payment of monetary compensation to deserving victims. The judicial panel of inquiry each state government is to set up will be chaired by a retired High Court judge, with other members selected from civil society groups, a retired police officer of high repute, and a representative of the youth, students, states attorney general, and the National Human Rights Commission. The Nigerian Governors Forum has weighed in on the ongoing EndSARS protests that has engulfed parts of the country. The forum has urged the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, to consult more before going ahead with his plans to form another anti-robbery unit, which he named Special Weapons and Tactics Team, as a replacement for the Federal Special Anti-Robbery Squad. The governors argued that the timing of the decision to form SWAT was currently not auspicious because of the mood of Nigerians. They noted that the public may misinterpret the idea as an attempt to dress the scrapped Federal Special Anti-Robbery Squad in fresh robes. The ad hoc committee set up by the House of Representatives on the ongoing nationwide protests against the now disbanded Special Anti-Robbery Squad of the Nigerian Police Force has summoned the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu. The IGP is to appear before the special panel next Thursday. The committee says it will also conduct town hall meetings across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country to hear from Nigerians on the controversy trailing the conduct of the now arrested squad. It is seeking the cooperation of all and appeals to the protesting youth to keep calm as they register their displeasure against police brutality in the country. The panel is made up of the House Committees on Justice, Human Rights and Police Affairs. That's it on the news update at this point, but it's time for us to take sports.
Yay! I am so excited because we are about to have a crippling performance this morning. And right here with me is KMK. He's been doing music since 2008. Wow, interesting. How has that journey been though?
Well, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. There's a lot of movement, a lot of forward movement. God has really, really blessed me so much. I can't deny
fantastic. And you're about to perform to perfection.
Yes.
Tell us what inspired it.
Yeah, perfection was inspired by the message of my pastor. Especially the theme for the year is perfection. And a lot of people have their differences. You know, there's this thing, nobody is perfect and all that. And in learning, I discovered that the perfection that we have in us is the fact that Jesus is in us. So it is not about what you did or what you didn't do. It's not about where you are. It's at different levels of life. So constant growth, like one of the things I've learned is excellence means constant growth, because there's no point I studied theater art, so there's no point in time where there's no perfect art. It's constant growth. So perfection is at different level. Just like a newborn baby now doesn't have teeth, can't work, but doesn't make him not a perfect human being.
Okay, quickly before you perform, I'd just like to ask you, how has it been the challenges that you have to go through as a gospel artist in the music industry in Nigeria?
There are challenges everywhere, but we win always. And in the music industry in Nigeria,
I like your optimism.
There's quite a lot to come.
Okay.
And I know that it is time for it to come.
Okay.
So it is coming.
Great. So I'm just going to let you perform to the song Perfection.
You look like you're performing with us.
Oh, right? I look like I'm performing. I wish I could, but hey, take it away.
Next time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna praise the Lord the best way that I can. Don't sit and watch me, brother, join me if you can. I'm gonna shout and scream and give a lot of dance. I know you wanna know why. Watch me, let me break it down. Let's go. Are you ready now? Come on, let me see it now. Shit, ooh, yeah. This is my testimony. Are you ready? My life is full of glory. I'm shining, can't you see? Jesus has changed my story. Take a good look at me. I'm no longer where I used to be. My God is really good. What He did for me, you do for you and you and you and you. Everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. Can't you see I'm perfect? Jesus is all I need, man. My life is in order. See me, I'm a wonder. Can you feel it thunder? Can you feel it? He gave me life, abundant life. He took my sins and made me Superman. Got everything I need, and it's all I have. It's JESUS, and this is perfection. 'Cause this is perfection. And this is perfection. This is perfection. Ooh, yeah. If you're looking for perfection, brother, take a look at me. Only competition I have is my sweet self. The thing I want is within. Devil's got nothing on me. If you want this, is to say it to yourself. Yeah. Everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. Can't you see I'm perfect? Jesus is all I need, me. My life is in order. See me, I'm a wonder. Can you feel it thunder? Can you feel it? Let's go. Give me life, abundant life. He took my sins and made me Superman. perfection. Look at me, look at me, look at me. My life is full of glory. Somebody say glory. Somebody say glory. Somebody say glory. Say glory. Give me life, abundant life. You took my sins and made me Superman. Got everything I need, and it's all I am. JESUS. This is perfect. Perfection.
You guys
that Michael Jackson thing going on there.
MM was giving us the moves, but my own feet were hidden. You guys couldn't see my feet. I was doing everything. I taught them everything they know.
Go.
Great one. We love it. But guys, so welcome to the kitchen. Only this time we're not cooking. We are going to be
what?
Well, the word is going to sound very untoward. Now, this is going to be called Straws and Skittles.
Yeah.
Straws and Skittles. What's going to happen is because we had a game quite similar the other time where you guys used chopsticks. Was it chopsticks or what?
No.
What was it again?
We picked
selection. That was selection.
Color selection.
Selection anxiety. Well, straws and Skittles. What we're going to do is very different, and I am going to show you guys an example. Okay. You're going to transfer your Skittles from there into the glasses.
So
in as little time as we give you, and the person who, don't be scared, the person who's got the most Skittles in the glass wins. Okay. It's very simple.
So I think people need to see what the Skittles look like,
yes,
so that they can see
very
what we're talking
colorful,
about.
yes,
very colorful sweets.
Yeah. Now this is all you need to do. Yeah. I'm gonna. Where's my little?
What?
There it is.
What?
This is mine. Let me borrow from here.
Okay. You lift it up. Drop it in the cup.
Easy. You guys had time to practice because you came to me individually to say, how does it work? I must admit, we had more Skittles, but I ate them all.
we saw you.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. So, ready?
All right.
Ladies, choose your weapons.
Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha.
Let me pick the colorful one.
All right.
Okay,
so,
was I supposed to do that? No.
Well, it's your own thing.
Okay.
So now, remember.
Yeah.
Whoever ends up with the most Skittles in the glass wins. Don't touch it. That's where it's supposed to be.
I need to move it further back.
Okay,
further
then
back,
hers as
it was
well.
too forward. Yeah, it was too. Yeah, exactly.
Now, ladies, let us see your sucking game. You have 1 minute. You have 1 minute. And TT starting with a head start. MM. Ooh, who knew MM was that good? TT is going for number 2. MM for number 2 again. TT's got 3 in there. MM, you can do this. Number 3. All right, I won't tell you exactly what you guys are doing or how many you guys have gotten in there, just so I don't get you guys too anxious. But MM's Okada hair is in the way. Now she knows next time not to bring this kind of, don't bring hair to a gunfight or to a Skittle fight. You'll be laughing there, don't worry. Instead of you to hurry, well, you are really good at this. Oh, MM lost one there. Well, not to worry, you've still got so much to go and so much time, more than 30 seconds. Are you color selecting? You have time, Otisi. You better hurry, because MM is closer to the ground, so she doesn't have too much to go through. Be laughing. Ooh, you almost got 2 in there at the same time, but you can do this. I don't know who to root for because you guys seem neck and neck at this point. Whoever wins, by the way, gets all the Skittles, all the remaining Skittles. Since you guys have put your Skittle in there, I'm not going to be eating these ones. Keep going. We're almost there. We've got 20 more seconds to go. 20 more seconds. Are you getting tired, MM? You getting tired? So you have to suck in. The idea is to breathe out and suck in. Out and in. Do you get it? All right, Titi. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop! It's okay. I'm taking out 1. I'm gonna remove 1.
I don't understand. I didn't put it there.
I said stop and then you dropped it.
Really?
Yes, really.
Really?
So this is what we're gonna do.
What?
This is what we're gonna do.
What?
We'll have these here, just so we can count. This is for Titi. How many do we have?
All right.
Let's see. 1,
They didn't win this
2,
game. I'm
3,
disappointed. There's
4,
one more.
5.
There's one more in the cup.
I'll get it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29.
29.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
29.
Thank you.
I need that back. I need that. Okay.
So just
Don't worry, don't worry. We will
put it back in
separate
the
it.
glass. Just put it back in the glass.
Oh yeah. Nah, that's too much time.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
And for MM, already I think we can see what's happening here.
I don't
What's happening
know.
right
I
now?
don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Oh.
She was that close, however.
It's okay.
It was that close, however.
Who was gonna win this game?
Wow. I don't know what joke that is.
I don't understand.
Congratulations, Titi.
Thank you.
You have won
Congratulations.
the fresh plate of Skittles. Congratulations. You can enjoy it.
Thank you.
You need to practice more.
Welcome back. The show continues, people. It continues now.
A bit too much. Too many
Skittles.
Skittles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on there. But we have on the line multiple award-winning Nigerian actor Joseph Benjamin.
Ah, yes.
He's also a model, voiceover artist, television presenter.
Yeah, he also won the Africa Actor of the Year award at the 2012 African Film Awards for his role in Married But Living Single. He won Best Lead Actor at the 2012 Best of Nollywood Awards as well. He is also known for co-hosting Project Fame, amongst many other films and film projects that he's been on. I've known him for quite a while. Good to have you on the show, Joseph.
Thank you so much. Good morning, guys. It's great to be here.
Yeah, fantastic. Always a pleasure to have a discussion with you, and I've been looking forward to this one. So was Titi as well.
Yeah, so I was just going to say, Joseph, I don't know the kind of fountain of youth you have in your backyard. You look exactly the same. Every single year I see you, you've always looked good, but I think you're just getting better with age. How do you do that?
Well, I don't know. It's grace. That's all I can say. It's grace and, you know, eating right and just trying to stay healthy.
No. Good to see that you're still youthful. So, Joseph, if there is anyone who straddled the line between old Nollywood, correct me if I'm wrong, between old Nollywood and new Nollywood, I think your name would come up. You've seen how it's transited into what it is now. You've been in many movies, and I was wondering how this transition has been for you. What do you see that's happening in Nollywood that's actually an iconic situation? If there's any you can tell us, please.
Well, one thing that comes to mind here is the fact that there's growth. Okay, like this is the one thing I constantly say to everyone who cares to listen. There's growth, and growth in the right direction. Okay, because the only constant thing in life is change. Okay, so you're either changing for the better or for the worse. Okay, and right now Nollywood is progressing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of professionalism that has been brought to play. Okay, it's not the way it used to be. Okay, there's no more room for mediocrity. Albeit that there might just be a tint of it here and there, but largely, you know, there's no room given for that because the stakes are higher. So you know that, look, you're coming to this game, you're coming to this court or whatever it is, you understand, or this territory, you understand, you have to come fully prepared.
Nice.
You know, because it's not business as usual. So things are totally different. Albeit that there's still a lot of, there's room for growth. There's still
attention to
room
detail,
for a lot of
you could say.
improvement. Yeah, there is that, okay? There is that right now, you understand, but we're still growing. There's still room for more improvement, but I dare say that, look, right now, it's a lot better than what it was a few years ago.
Fantastic, man.
Speaking of getting better, you know, we mentioned earlier that you do quite a lot of things. You've done quite a lot of things. You've modeled, you've hosted a TV show for years on end. Now suddenly we hear that you released a single. Wow, okay, yeah. So, you know, it takes a lot to be able to fit into all those different areas. But what made you make that decision to put out this song?
Okay, for starters first, so let me just take it back a bit if we have a little bit of time. The thing is, I started out with music, you know, before.
Oh, really?
Branching out, yes, before branching out to the other dimensions of my creative ability, as it were.
I never knew that.
Okay, and yeah, for folk who know me from back in the day, way back in the day, they know me with music, you know, and a lot of people felt like I left that part of me, which is like the biggest part of me. I just say that, the biggest part of me, and they felt like, hey, look, what are you doing with that? And for me, I'm someone who's both. I look at things both, what's it called, intellectually and both spiritually, as it were. So nice. I believe in times and seasons. I believe in times and seasons. And if the timing is not perfect, is not right, then there's no need. Your message might be good, it might be accurate, but it might not be the time for the message. And at that point, it will not get across. Okay, so it took me a while, and God had to take me through a process of building. All right, and getting to where I need to get to understand the fullness of the message that needs to come forth through me. Okay, and I know in 2016 I did release some songs. I did release some songs in 2016, you know, which were just there, you know. But I would say that this particular song is this is what ushers in my music ministry, as it were. So as far as I'm concerned, this is like pretty much my first single. Okay, because it's a transition from where I used to be to where I am right now to where I'm going to.
Yeah. Also, I hear that you've also been busy outside the country, featuring in a couple of projects, series, I hear. Yeah. You want to tell us about that experience, please?
Yeah, I have featured in a couple of series out in the States there, and it's been like a turning. Those were turning points in my career. Oh, okay, because at least when I upped and left Nigeria, as it were, a lot of people thought I was crazy. But the thing was, because I wanted growth, I was headed in a particular direction that needed me to refocus everything about myself. Okay, and so I had to move. I had to shut everything down and move, because it was more like you have to unlearn everything you've learned to learn what you need to learn to get to where you need to get to. Okay. And that is literally what my journey took me through. And then having to feature in these things, kind of like it blew open, you understand, and opened some doors for me, which was so beautiful, because I featured in
I have a question
on the whole network.
That, again. Was it easy for you coming from Africa, going over outside of Africa? Was it easy for you to still carry on as an actor there, say, hey, I'm an actor, I can do this in your series? How easy was it for you to get that role?
Well, they have to understand and know what you're capable of. And then eventually it opens doors, okay? And then they start pushing bigger roles to you. So it was like one-liners I was getting to audition for. And then when this particular opportunity came, which is for Greenleaf, you get it. And my agent pulled this to me. I'm like, and it was the role was for a Nigerian. I said, oh Lord, the first thing I just said was, Lord, please, let's get this. Let's get this. And and I auditioned for it, and I just kept waiting. Of course, be anxious for nothing, but I promise you, I was anxious. Okay, I was like,
imagine.
Hey, look, I just had to be, you know. And then my agency called me, like I think a couple of weeks later, and said, casting wants to check avail. Okay, and that's basically it's just to check your availability. Okay, and then I said, I'm available.
Nice. You sound very excited, man. It's like things are working for you, man. That's incredible. I'm happy for you.
I was actually going to just quickly, as quickly as possible, if you could answer this. Now, I'm wondering if you've heard about, well, of course, you must have heard about the whole EndSARS moving and everything. But in the US, what was the response like? What was it you were hearing from that end?
It was the same thing. It was the same thing. It's like the fact that we're over there does not mean that we're not part of this. It was literally the same thing. It was, as far as I'm concerned, it's become a global movement. Like we had a lot of EndSARS movement is just a precursor to the main thing. Okay, it's kind of like it's that spark that kind of like lights up the flame. Okay, it's literally this has given room for all of that pent up anger to blow up. And like, okay, do you know what? We need a reformation. Wow. We need a reformation on all spheres. So it's been felt all over the world. It's been a global movement.
Big word, man. Thank you very much. Hey, Joseph, it's been a while since I've heard from you. It's great to reconnect. Thank you very much for giving us this time to have you on our show. Looking forward to having you back in Nigeria and even here on set with us. And hey, more grease to your elbow. Let's
Good
put it
luck
so.
with the release of
Thank
that
you
song.
so
The
much.
video looks great, by the way.
Thank you very much,
Thank
man.
you.
Awesome. Thank you so
Catch
much.
you another
Thank you so
time.
much, guys.
You're welcome, man.
Alright.
Alrighty, so it's the final part of the show. By the way, congratulations again for
Yeah.
winning the game in your Skittles. Please keep them away from me
The sweets.
because it's ruining my appetite for what's about to happen in the
The
kitchen.
weird part is my kids are probably watching, wondering whether mommy is going to bring the
any.
sweet home.
So
I
this
don't
is
know.
it.
You better, you better.
Oh yeah.
All right. Shibio Timo has, done it again.
Hold on.
I mean,
Yeah. Let's take that.
This is the kind of meal that when you eat it, it sends fireworks to your brain.
Fireworks. I like that.
Some of it.
Anyways, this is alright plantain and vegetable sauce made by Chef Shibio Timo. Quickly tell us how you put this together. Well, I'm
Yes.
sure Masino is drooling already.
We have our
No,
red
no,
plantain,
no, I'm
vegetable, our crayfish, our Titus fish, and so many delicacies inside it.
All right, please, guys, do justice.
Because this Mike insists that he doesn't want.
Mike
He's going to Sorosuke. You won't have
No worry.
All right.
I love the
So
way it looks.
I'm very interested in the vegetable sauce there, so I'm gonna go for that.
Are you
Get some
dieting?
crayfish in there. I can see Scooby on the side,
Wow.
but I'm gonna just press up.
You have to serve some.
This is very nice, guys.
Okay.
What are you going for now?
What are you gonna say about Shibio Timo's cooking?
Thank you
It's
so much,
fantastic,
Chef.
always.
Always.
Nice one.
Thank you. Loving it.
Yeah.
Now, it's been an amazing week, people. A lot is going on in the world right now, in our world right now. Things are happening. Please, let's be socially responsible in everything we do. And let's remain peaceful, everyone. Let's remain peaceful. All right.
Thank you very much, everybody.